Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Immaculata and the total lessons party. Please rise for our national anthem. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's match will start at 106 pounds. Wrestling for Immaculata at 106 pounds, Orange Rose. Wrestling at 113 pounds for Immaculata, Lucas Lafredo. Wrestling at 113 pounds for Brook, Octavius Tosi. Ladies and gentlemen, at 120 pounds, wrestling for Immaculata, Anthony Lopez. For Brook, Ethan Estevez. At 126 pounds for Immaculata, Ryan Goldstein. At 132 pounds, at 126 pounds, wrestling at 132 pounds for Immaculata, Ryan O'Neill or Nick Parisi. At 138 pounds for Immaculata, Landon Riddell. For Brook, Will Scott. At 144 pounds, it will not be a match. Tonight's match at 150 pounds features from Immaculata, Nate Keller, and for Brook, Ethan Estevez. Ladies and gentlemen, 157 pounds, Immaculata, Nathan McGann, and Brook. At 165 pounds, Kevin Clayton from Immaculata, the national against Daniel and Tyler Aguilar from Brook. No match at 175 pounds. At 190 pounds, Immaculata, William Torres, for 109 pounds, for Brook, Cody Williams. 215 pounds, feature Bryson Leonard from Immaculata versus Roland Diaz from Brook. And a heavyweight Christian Malone versus Brian Hernandez. And he's going to a match started at 106 pounds. Back into the center match.
Good evening and welcome everybody to UCTV, presented by Unitas Caritas. My name is Jacob Schmidt. We are here live at the Spartan Athletic Center once again for Immaculata Wrestling for the first time on the night. And just to give you a little bit of context, we have just gotten underway here. Forrest Rose is fighting in the 106 weight class for the Spartans, winning by disqualification. And now Lucas Lafredo coming in to fight at the 113 class. Just about ready to get started with this match here, and we are underway for the first time tonight. Spartan match, wrestling. And just to give some additional information to the viewers at home, if wrestling is your first time, we're here to keep you covered on that. You'll see that the referee there working the match is wearing two different wristbands on his left and right wrist, respectively. The green wrist is going to signify points for the Immaculata Spartans. That is the home team in tonight's contest. And the red band will be signifying points for Brook, their opponent they're facing tonight. I'll give you a breakdown of the scoring rules here as we have a little bit of a injury timeout as our very own Greg Watson is on the recovery there. So just to give you a little bit of idea, this is a NJSIAA high school wrestling sanctioned event. So we'll talk you down the different point totals that Immaculata can score in an individual match. So takedowns are worth 3 points. That is when an individual takes the opponent down to the mat. And the other team, the person that goes down on the floor, is going to be able to score a point by getting out of a takedown, otherwise known as a reversal. Now, another scoring set here is near falls, or colloquially known in the sport as back points. Those point totals will vary depending on how long they're able to hold it for. Now, if you're able to get an opponent down on the ground with their back at roughly a 45-degree angle for a period of 2 seconds, they're going to be awarded 2 points, and for a period of 4 seconds or more, they're going to be awarded 4. Now, that is the individual scoring, and also 1 point to be made. If an opponent is able to pin his opponent entirely, then that is immediately ends the match and is a win for the one that pinned. Now, the team points is a little bit of a difference here. So you can see Immaculata is up 6-0 on the team total. And that is because they were able to get awarded 6 points by way of forfeit, default, or disqualification, which came from the Forrest Rose fight, where he did not have an opponent in his weight class. Now, I noted how you can pin an opponent at the end of the match. That would be awarded 6 team points. A decision where an individual player wins between 1 and 7 points, that'll be 3 team points awarded for. A major decision is 8 to 14 points, where you can earn 4 points for his team. Or a technical fall, which is prematurely ending the match. If they're up by 15 or more points, that will award 5 team points for Immaculata. So, that is a little bit of the breakdown of the rules. If you're having trouble following along, just head on over to ChatGPT or Google. That will probably help you just as much as it helped me. But that's currently where we stand. Spartans and Lucas Lafredo, one of the better wrestling opponents for the Spartans, gets awarded 6 team points. And now the Spartans lead 12-0 in the team point category. And for our third match of the night at the 120-pound weight class, Anthony Lopez steps in for the Spartans as he wins by a technical disqualification. Nobody in the weight class for him. Spartans are up at 18-0 for the team match. From what I see in our roster so far, it looks like we have about 14 matches tonight. So, should be getting some decent action going on here tonight. And whoever was working the scoreboard up here in the gym tonight might have prematurely put those points up because it is 12-0. Immaculata with the team points, and Lopez is currently fighting in his weight class right now as the match has started. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the broadcast, too, is that the quarters, or the match, is designed 3 separate periods of 2 minutes. So you see that clock there on the right side indicates the round of the wrestling and the time allotted throughout the beginning of the match. So as we get started here, Lopez has some top positioning on his opponent, but name of the game in wrestling is to get him over on their back as Lopez tries a turn over there to try to get him on the back. That is really going to be the way you score points once you get them down on the ground. And that's generally most of the time as they go. You can see the referee is trying to designate point totals. Usually when they wave their hands on the ground, is when they're counting the amount of seconds they're trying to get for a back point. And when he raises his hands and gives a sign for the numbers, that is technically the points that are allotted. There's currently 5-0 in the individual match here. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go. So they're going to get ready to go once again. Lopez in the advantage position, being able to take him from the backside. We're down to under a minute. And Lopez looking to get something going here. Obviously in wrestling, whether you're attuned to the nuances of it or not, really you want to focus on ground control and controlling your opponent, and that's what both of them try to do here. And the referee signals a 3 with that green wristband, meaning Lopez gets awarded 3 points for the takedown. Now he's trying to get additional points by trying to pin his opponent down there. Now the way Brook can get a point is if they're able to get out of being pinned right here and get a reversal point. Lopez dominating so far in this match. Looks like he gets a pin there, and Lopez is going to win the match for the Spartans, so that's going to bring him up to an 18-0 team total. So if you want a textbook definition of a pin right there, Lopez was able to get both shoulders on the ground and hold him in there for a period of multiple seconds. (18-0) Spartans lead after 3 matches. And coming up onto the floor now for the Spartans, fighting in the 120-pound weight class, Ryan Goldstein. And I have some wrestling liaisons that are giving me some pointers as we're texting live, so I want to give a shout out to Immaculata alumni and wrestling enthusiast, my good friend Aiden, for helping me with some stuff. And it looks like while I was down reading on my phone, we had 2 disqualifications. No opponents for Goldstein and Parisi. So Immaculata is up 30-0 in the team match. Scratch that, I believe Ryan O'Neill did not have a weight class opponent, but Nick Parisi now steps onto the floor for the Spartans. He has an opponent. Spartans leading 30-0 in the team total. We're underway here. And we are quickly on to game action here. Both players fighting for control at the top. Both of them get down to the floor, come back up. Nothing goes on there. Parisi gets attached at the waist, looking for ground control. He gets awarded with the takedown for 3 points. Trying to work himself through the knee there. And they're going to reset them. Parisi gets the advantageous position in center mat here. Referee positioning them. We're halfway through this first round. trying to gain control by latching onto the left leg of his Bound Brook opponent. Now you'll see a lot of guys that are in a defensive position down on the mat will be working in this sort of cat-dog little style positioning, because like we had mentioned earlier, the last thing you want to do on the wrestling mat is get your back onto the ground, and that just goes to show in you know, organized wrestling, and even if you're in a street fight, if you're on your back, you're not in the ideal position. Parisi's maintaining ground control as we're getting down to 15 seconds left in this first round. Doesn't seem like anything too crazy might happen in this last few seconds, as they might roll this out to the end of the first round. That will be finished for the first round there. On to round 2. Second of 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. And Parisi quickly holding on to ground control once again. Only maintains a 3-0 lead in the individual match, but from anyone watching, he has definitely shown control throughout the course of this match. His opponent has really yet to show anything. Parisi trying to lock that right arm around his opponent, trying to get him flipped on his side. Parisi is completely off the air right now, gets his footing back down. Now they're back up top with one another. Back down to the ground. Parisi looking to get that back control. Doesn't hold it long enough. Trying to get that leg up. And he gets himself on that pin, holding that left leg, getting those 2 shoulders pinned down, and that's a tough position to get out of there. So Parisi gets the 16 points for his team, and Immaculata leads 36-0 here. Now, as I have gotten from my liaison, that move where you get him around the neck and the leg is called a cradle. It's easy to rock back and get both shoulders to touch, so that is obviously a pretty daring move to be able to get the full team points for your team. And Parisi is able to get the cradle on his opponent in the second round, pick up 16 points. And now stepping in next for the Spartans, fighting in the 138-pound weight class, Landon Riddell, who does not have an opponent. So 6 more team points to Spartans, 42-0. And now stepping up in the 132 weight class, going to be Nate Keller. And Keller is going to be fighting, as we have an opponent from Bound Brook, and we're ready to go underway. Immaculata holding strong, yet to give up a point, has won by way of a couple qualifications, and is won by way of a couple of pins. So Immaculata wrestling in its sophomore season of being a program, or junior season, I believe, showing some early prowess here in the Central Jersey area. As Keller is working on his opponent outside the mat. And they've fully cleared the circle, so the referee's going to stop them and put them back in the center. And they are both standing up top, again, right next to one another. That's called the neutral position, where they start. No advantage for either of them, as both are feeling each other out, looking for a spot. Now, I have come to learn that when in this top position, One of the unsung things that is very important is having a very good defined head control to be able to work their opponent and do what they want with them accordingly. And Keller is showing initial signs of life, being in the advantage position, trying to get a leg lock on his opponent, moving outside the circle once again. He's holding onto that left leg, looking to try to get him down to the floor. Looking for a little wipeout move. And they're going to credit him with the takedown. That's going to get 3 individual points. As they're now outside of the circle, they're going to get back inside. Keller has the advantage position. So he's going to take him on from the back. And they're going to start this one down in the ground game. Keller looking to find position. Started with good position. Brook looking to get a reversal out of this one. He's got that right arm locked around, trying to pin for the left leg. Brook holding strong so far, but that will be the end of the first quarter, or the first round, rather. We'll move on to round 2 in a second. And we're on to round 2 here. Brook gets to hold the advantage position. Keller's trying to work out of it. Keller trying to get up onto his feet. Not too much going on this first 25 seconds. Keller back down on both of his knees. Brook looking for some signs of life, trying to capture some points. Keller's not letting up. Trying to get back up on all fours. Keller's holding strong. Brook trying to work. And he just can't seem to get himself up, but it's not necessarily losing any points either, as Spartans holding a 3-0 lead in this match here. At a bit of a stalemate right now. Brook on advantage position once again. Has Keller fighting defensively. Stuck on all fours. So we've allotted a minute and a half almost already in this first period, or the second round, might I say. They're going to draw them back to the center line. 30 seconds left to go. Brook in the advantage position. Or the top position, I believe it's colloquially referred to. 25 seconds. Keller working hard not to get put on a back point. He's got 15 seconds to hold. Hasn't really shown any opportunities to score points in this round, so probably just going to try to wait this one out for a few more seconds. Holding strong right around the edge, and that's going to do it for the end of the second round. We're going to have one final round to go of 2 minutes. And Keller's going to be able to start in the top position here. Quickly got up, but Keller puts him right back down to the floor. Closest match we've seen tonight. Keller only leads by 3. Brook is going to need a takedown of 3 points to get even. Keller swings them almost all the way outside the wrestling mat onto the sideline. They're going to reset them back at center court. Keller in advantage position. I've also neglected this entire time to use this center court sky cam that we've had the whole time. Very convenient. Great action on a takedown there. No points awarded just yet. Been very, both these players have been very prolific in making sure that they don't get their backs to the mat in this match, as we've gotten through about 5 minutes of the 6 minutes in this match. Keller holding some ground control here. As both of them get outside the circle once again, they're going to return them to middle. .56 seconds. Keller in top position. Referee's doing a little coaching. And we're underway again. Keller's locked in around the torso, maintaining that ground control. He could theoretically just wait this one out and win by way of a score of 3-0. But we'll see if anything crazy goes on here in the next 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Gonna reset them. .23 seconds, Keller top position. Quickly got up, quickly brought down again. Moving outside the circle. And I think if it wasn't apparent, I'll just give a point of reference to the folks that that gray inner circle here, if both opponents get completely out of it, they do, in fact, stop the clock and reset them back at center position. Keller in top position, maintaining complete control throughout the course of the first and third rounds. Just a few seconds left to go. Final stages. And Keller maintains a win by way of a score of 3-0. I believe that is a decision scoring, which would make that 3 team points for the Spartans. And I am correct. 45-0 Spartans lead in the team. And now, stepping up for the Spartans, fights in the 157 weight class, Nate McGann. And we're ready to go again. McGann gets the action started, taking down his opponent, maintaining decent back control, trying to get him both shoulders. He's got him on the side. They're close to being out of bounds. He's trying to push him back in a little. And McGann makes quick work of that one. And the Spartans have been flawless so far in the matches tonight. Now stepping up into the 165-pound weight class, Trevin Heighton. Spartans lead 51-0 here after the pin for McGann. Gets him in that cradle position. Now Heighton working up top with body control, gets his opponent down to the ground. Looking to put him on the side. Flips over. No points awarded. Heighton working advantage on his opponent on the floor. Holding strong, has him in a cradle once again, trying to put him down on the shoulders. He's got that position. Referee looking for it. And Heighton gets the pin by way of the cradle. And the Spartans go up 57-0 here in the team points. Folks, if you're watching for the first time, hope it's been made a little bit easier for you, because it's getting a little easier for me as it goes on. I think all things are pretty easy to pick up as we get exposed to them, but I think the Spartans have been doing a good job so far, giving us a little bit of action every which way. Now fighting in the 190-pound weight class for the Spartans, William Torres. And they both go out of bounds. You get a reset at center point. Torres in bottom position. Got to play a little defense here. Gets up clean. Gets 1 point for the reversal. Torres gets put down on the floor. Brook trying to lock in that cradle. And looking for that full pin there. And they're going to get it. Brook gets their first points of the night by way of a pin. Yet the Spartans still lead 51-6. Last two matches on the night. The penultimate match in our 215-pound weight class. Bryson Leonard steps into the arena for the Spartans. And everybody in the gym knew that the clock was not set correctly, so now we have it ready, and we're ready to go. And Leonard working here. Flips over. 3 points for the takedown for Brook. Leonard gets 1 for the reversal. Brook up 3-1. Leonard working up top. This is, I'm not sure if the 215 class is considered the heavyweight class, but it's definitely second heaviest weight class that the Spartans feature on the lineup. Definitely different play styles you see from the light 100 weight class versus the heavyweights here, as they get 3 points for the takedown. Brook does again, and 1 for the reversal. 6'2" Brook at the moment. Leonard trying to work defense. Gets put down once again. Trying to avoid the pin out of the cradle. Very close to the edge of the mat. We'll see. That was basically curling away. Lenard was not in perfect position there. And he gets put down by way of a pin. So the Bound Brook heavyweights have been shown prowess where the lightweights haven't shown. And the Spartans lead 57-12 here in the final match of the night. Heaviest weight class Spartans have the 285-pound weight class. Christian Cologne now coming out for the last match of the night for the Spartans. We're just about ready to go here, and we are underway. The big boys working up top, the center. Definitely, as we mentioned, a different type of style. The lightweights, more quick, more agile, more agility to kind of try to get low and feint and duck and do all things like that. The heavyweights mainly just battle it up at top, sumo wrestling-esque, because ground control is a tough thing to get fought out of in the heavyweight class for sure. It's more brute strength than technicality in terms of relativeness. So definitely exciting matches to watch, all different in nature. And we've seen so far, as we're 2/3 of the way through this first round, they've mainly stayed pretty stationary at the top. Both are looking for a throwdown. And they're going to get positioning here. Neutral position. We're ready to go again. 25 seconds left to go in this first round. Both of them working hard to get something. Cologne gets taken down first. 3 points on the takedown for Bound Brook. Cologne trying to get up for a reversal. Quick body movements. And he's unable to get the reversal. Bound Brook is going to lead this first round 3-0. Starting the second round off, Cologne starts in top position here. Can't keep his opponent on the floor. They're back up top once again. Body control around the midsection, Cologne. Looking for something. Just a show of brute strength from both the competitors here. Standing up top, mid-floor. Both players just looking for an edge on one another. Getting through the halfway point here. Bound Brook opponent loses his guard. Whistle blows before they get a knockdown. Lost his ear guards there. Put him back on. We're going to reset here, 1 minute and 3 seconds. We're going to step aside for a second as they do that. Really no time to talk about anything else in wrestling, so give a quick shout out to our sponsor in the meantime, Sorella's. So shout out to them for sponsoring us this season. Thank you very much. So we're ready back into action. Cologne working. Staggering for position. Cologne has got advantageous position on the floor. Just needs a spin to take him onto the back. This is the loudest the gym has got all night. Everyone's getting excited. They're getting close to the edge. He's getting coached up by his cohorts. And they're going to reset them. They both get out of the arena. They're going to reset them back in. Neutral position, 11 seconds here in the second round. Probably not much to come of here, but that will do it for the second round. 2 more minutes to go on here. Spartans have already won the match, but Cologne is looking for an individual win of his own. Down 3-0 here in the final 2. Both of them working up top. Lot of head control. Neck grabbing through the last few rounds. Haven't seen a ton of action on the ground. That's to be expected at this level. So getting close to the side edge again. Close to the halfway point here. About 1 minute left. Cologne needs something here to give himself a chance. They're going to reset them, put them back in neutral position. .45 seconds to go. Cologne near the edge. Fighting hard. Crowd getting into it again. Three-point takedown for Brook. Has Cologne flat on his stomach with under 30 seconds to go. 6-0 the Spartans lead. 6-0 Brook leads. And Brook just has to hold this one out for the win in this match. Down to 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Trying to get a last second pin. And they're unable to in time. And that is our final. 6-0 is a decision for Brook, so I believe that is going to award them 3 points. So the final score here at the Spartan Athletic Center, Immaculata 57, Brook 15. Immaculata improves to 2-1 on the year for their wrestling program. Brook takes a fall here. Stick with us momentarily as we have a post-game interview here on the floor. But in the meantime, we're going to give a shout out to the Unitas Caritas Foundation. Head on over to www.unitascaritas.com. Click and select the featured link, join the club. All it takes is a $19.66 donation to help keep the Spartan tradition alive. And make sure that with everything that we do, scan that QR code and you can get a free tumbler with every new UCTV membership. So that's our final here tonight. 57-15 Immaculata wins. We're going to be down on the floor momentarily with a post-game interview. Immaculata Wrestling is going to have a quick side meeting over here, and I believe we're going to get head coach for Immaculata Wrestling, Rodley Van Ness. So don't tune away, folks, and hear what he has to say. But in the meantime, we give a shout out once again to our very own Sorella's Pizza and Pasta. Head on over to 908-534-5976. Check them on over at the Station Center Mall over in White House Station. So don't tune away. This will be with you momentarily here on the floor. We're going to take it down to the floor momentarily with our very own Juliet Sorrentino. We're going to take 1 second to go down to her, and she's standing by with our head coach of the Immaculata Wrestling, Rodley Van Ness. So, Juliet, take it away.
All right, Coach, it was a pretty big win today. And after 3 short seasons, you've taken this team to be 16th in the state. What do you think is your key to success?
The kids. The kids are the key to success. They come in and they do the work and they try to get better every day.
All right, Coach, and based off of today's win, what do you think your outcome is going to be for this season?
We're going to continue to get better each day and build on what we did here today, and we're going to continue to get better as the new year rolls around. We're going to have some transfers that become active in January, and our team's only going to get stronger.
All right, Coach, that's good to hear. All right, and back to you, Jacob.
Thank you.
Thank you, Juliet. And that was our very own coach, Ronnie Van Ness for Immaculata Wrestling. Immaculata improves to 2-1 on the year. Thank you, everybody, for joining us over here at UCTV. Third time's a charm. We're going to be back for the 3rd day in a row tomorrow, Thursday at 7 o'clock. Girls basketball takes on the crosstown rivals, Somerville, here on UCTV at 7 o'clock. So make sure you tune in with us then. And as always, thank you for joining us. Check us out on Instagram at Unitas Caritas, Facebook, Unitas Caritas Foundation. Have a good night, everybody, here from the Spartan Athletic Center. Good night, God bless, and we will see you tomorrow night.